was Lord Jagannath Baldev Subhadramaya, Sritai Gaurachandra ji, Vaman Dev ji, Parshuram ji, and Panchatattva ji, all the assembled Vaishnavas and Bhagavad Guru Vishwaguru Srila Prabhupada. Om Ajnantimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pachatya Desha Tarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So today we are going to see the ninth shloka from the fourth chapter of Bhagavad Gita. So fourth chapter of Bhagavad Gita is Jnana Yoga, Divya Gyan, where Lord Krishna, in this part of the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna himself is telling about himself. So it's a nectarian flow from the Krishna's mouth, which is going to come from the verse number 4.5 to 4.10. So Krishna is telling about himself, about why he is coming to this material world. Means we have already come, but why Krishna is coming? What is the plan of Krishna to come to this material world and deliver all of us? So this is explained in this part of the Bhagavad Gita, that is 6 slokas, 4.5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So starting, we know the previous 2 slokas, those are very favorite, or we can understand, we can say like highly known shloka to all over the world. That is why Krishna is coming to this world. That is yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyuttana hi adharmasya tadatmannam tadatmannam sujamyaham. So why Krishna is coming to this world? Krishna is coming to establish the dharmic principles, to establish the dharma. And wherever the dharma is getting polluted or dharma is getting destroyed, there Krishna will come and he will destroy the adharma and again establish the dharma principles again back to its original state. And also the next sloka of that is 4.8, just previous sloka of this verse, that is Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkrutam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. So what is that? Why Krishna comes? So Krishna comes to Paritranaya sadhunam, to protect the, or Paritranaya sadhunam, to protect and to deliver the devotees, sadhunam. Vinashaya cha dushkritam means to destroy the miscreants, or we can say as it is, to destroy the um, vinashaya cha dushkritam means what? Those who are asuric tendency people, those who are rakshasi bhava rakshasi pravruti people. So to destroy them, then dharma samsthapanartha, Krishna comes to establish dharma again, and every yuga he comes. So when he comes not in a simple form. He comes in a very it's not ordinary way Krishna comes. So Krishna comes in an extraordinary way. Like how Krishna comes in this verse, that is by understanding that, means how Krishna takes birth in this world. By understanding that, we can, like Krishna himself telling that when Krishna takes birth in this world, by understanding his Janma means how Krishna is taking birth in this world, Just by understanding that, one can go back to Godhead. So it is the knowledge of Krishna which is given by Krishna himself in the Bhagavad-gītā, because he wants all of us to get delivered and go back to Godhead. Because unless and until we know about Krishna, we will never go back to Godhead. So why it is needed to go back to Godhead? We can understand. See, it's like simple thing, because if we want to go back to Godhead, then we should know the address. If if we are going to somewhere, uh, or we don't go to any unknown places, right? We go to the known places, because even if we want to go to any of our relatives or any of our friends, then we will never go to the unknown people. We'll go to the people where we know about them. So if we want to go back to Godhead, we at least should know about Krishna, who is the main person in that home. So in the Golok Vrindavan, Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and his all the devotees, they are staying there. And what they are doing there, they what karma, what activities they are doing there, and how that Krishna comes to this material world. Just by understanding the behavior, or what we can activities of Krishna, which are very divine activities, divyam, we can go back to Godhead. Here, Krishna is giving that authority. Authoritative statement this is, that is, if you know this, you will go. So we should understand, and we will start with this sloka number 4.9. So we'll recite first three times, and then we will understand more deeply about this, what Prabhupada is telling in the purport, and what to take home message for all of us. So we will recite. You can recite after me. I will recite three times so that we can understand the tune of it. जन्म कर्म च मे दिव्यम् एवं यो वेत्ति तत्त्वतः त्यक्त्वा देहं पुनर्जन्म नैति माम एति सो अर्जुना जन्म कर्म च मे दिव्यम् यो एवं यो वेत्ति तत्त्वतः त्यक्त्वा देहं पुनर्जन्म नैति माम एति सो अर्जुना जन्म कर्म च मे दिव्यम् एवं यो वेत्ति तत्त्वता त्यक्त्वा देहं पुनर्जन्म नैति मामेति सो अर्जुना. Any devotee wants to recite?
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mataji, please.
Janma karma cha me divyam evam yo veti tatvatah tyaktva deham punarjanma neti mameti sorjuna. Hare Krishna.
Hari Bol. Mataji, can you please read the translation also?
Yes, Prabhuji. One who knows the transcendental nature of my appearance and activities does not, upon leaving the body, take his birth again in this material world, but attains my eternal abode, O Arjuna. Hare Krishna.
So what Krishna is telling, one who knows the transcendental nature of my appearance and activities, those who are knowing about how Krishna is taking birth in this world, and all the activities which he is performing in this world, they does not, upon leaving the body, take his birth again in this material world. So this world and that world, what is this world? This world is material world, and that world is spiritual world. So the differentiation between these two worlds, that is made clearly in the Bhagavatam. And here Krishna is telling about those who are staying in this world, they should know about me. Me, Krishna is very partial, very what we can say, it's like a he is very stubborn that yes, you should know about me only, because Krishna himself giving that, because it's needed. It's like that only. So janma karma cha me divyam yo evam yo vetti tatvata. You should know about me only. That is that Krishna is telling, like sarva dharman parityaja mam ekam sharanam vraja. So he is very I don't get the word. Like he is very stubborn that yes, you should surrender to me only. Then only. Otherwise, no. It's like how mother and father, they bring up the child. Like child is father is mine, like a child is, mother is mine. So no, you should be only like that. So one who knows the transcendental nature of my appearance and activities does not, upon leaving the body, take his birth again in this material. How many of you want to take birth again in this material world? Again go into the womb of mother in that darkened place like a jail. We should be bounded in this very small place. Who will be, we don't remember, but by seeing the now the technology science is evolved so much, so we can understand how that small jiva who is there inside the body will take birth again from the womb of a mother. So many difficulties for a mother also, so many difficulties for that child also, and that child or that jiva in the womb of a mother, he is praying to the Lord that we, those statements or those prayers are there, Jantu Ruvacha in the Srimad Bhagavatam, those prayers are there that he is begging to the Lord that please relieve me from this suffering in the womb, and once you relieve me, I will be yours only, means I will be taking name of you, I will be glorifying you, that only, that promise we have given in the womb of a womb of a mother. When we were in the womb of a mother, every jiva who is there in the womb of a mother, they give the promise to the Lord that you please relieve me from these sufferings in the womb, then I will take your name, I will surely take your name. But how many of us we are following it? We at least trying to follow, but majority in the majority jivatmas, those who are in this material world, they are not following it. So what to follow means what? To understand about Krishna. So janma karma, the, and what we see, what we hear from the Bhagavatam is full of janma karma chame divyam. 10th chapter 90, 10th canto 90 chapters, in that in the Krishna book we can understand it's everything about Krishna only. So Krishna, who is the supreme personality of Godhead, about him when we know in detail, in depth, and that there is so much to know, so many activities he has done. The third or fifth day of when he born, he killed Putra. So it's so amazing that Krishna, he has done so many activities to understand, because he was knowing, yeah, Krishna, he was knowing that I have to give this shloka, so I need to perform so many activities so that devotees will relish my pastimes. Because even in the Bhagavad Gita, that in the Bhagavatam also, many where Krishna is explaining that when we hear about Krishna, many devotees are explaining that when we hear and when we read about Krishna and his pastimes from the scriptures, we will be very much attracted. And even in the starting of our Krishna conscious journey, when we came to the Krishna conscious society, that is ISKCON, any with any devotee, any satsang program we have connected, the main attraction of our Krishna bhakti is Leelas, is the Krishna's uh, karma, Krishna's activities. When we hear about those activities more and more, then we get attracted more and more. Then we say, Dil mange more. Like Krishna, his activities are so beautiful, so charming. Every devotee or every person who is uh, hearing or seeing the activities, they are fond of it. So it's like Little Krishna, you may be knowing Little Krishna, the serial. That is also very much propagated or very much famous because of that only. Even non-devotees are attracting because of Krishna's leelas, Krishna's pastimes. And Krishna has done all the pastimes in the childhood. Yes, most of the pastimes he have made in the childhood. So very nicely dancing. Gopis were dressing Krishna like a gopi. Then Krishna is giving all the jewels to that fruit vendor. So many activities, so many. Krishna is lifting the Govardhan hill on the left small finger, and all the devotees are coming beneath the Govardhan hill. So all these activities are so charming and so what we can say, delicious to hear. Delicious is not good word, good adverb, but it's very very soothing and very charming, very cooling feeling to our heart, because our heart has a Paramatma feature of the Lord that will connect only. Our soul will be connected to the super soul when when that soul means, our soul means we only, we are the soul, we are not these bodies. So we will be connected to the super soul only when we will hear about the super soul. Yes, it's so simple that even in our friend circle also, if we don't know about some person, how will he be our friend? It's not possible. So friend means what? Friendship means what? It's like everything we know about each other. So same way, when we know more about Krishna, we will be have very great and very hard bond with Krishna's uh, Janma and Karma. Means with Krishna only. So we will also see that how uh, Prabhupada has given, sorry, yeah, in the purport what Prabhupada is telling, that we'll see. So Janma Karma Chame Divyam Evam Yo Vetti Tattvata Tyaktva Deham Punarjanma Naiti Mameti Swarjuna. So in the purport, Prabhupada is telling, we'll read the purport given by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Jagat Guru Vishwa Guru Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. The Lord's descent from his transcendental abode is already explained in the 6th verse. One who can understand the truth of the appearance of the personality of Godhead is already liberated from material bondage, and therefore he returns to the kingdom of God immediately after quitting this present material body. Such liberation of the living entity from material bondage is not at all easy. The impersonalist and the yogis attain liberation only after much trouble and many births. Even then, the liberation they achieve, merging into the impersonal Brahma Jyotir of the Lord, is only partial, and there is a risk of returning to this material world. But the devotee, simply by understanding the transcendental nature of the body and activities of the Lord, attains the abode of the Lord after ending this body, and does not run the risk of returning to this material world. Krishna is telling this in so many verses. You know, Krishna is telling in 15th chapter, one of the slok, that Yad Gatvana Nivartante Tad Dhama Paramamama, which that is my dham, where if you go, you will never come back. So, even in the 8th chapter or uh, 8.5, I think, Paunam Janmanam Ante Jnanavanam Prapadyante Vasudevam Sarvamiti So Mahatma Sudurlabha. It's very rare. Those who are uh, those who are after so many births, those who are coming to the Krishna Bhakti, they are very rare. Manushyanam sahasreshu kaschit yatadi siddhe yatadam api siddhanam timameti no, tadam api siddhanam, what is it? It's like 7.3 third shloka in 7th chapter. Out of so many thousands devotee, uh, very few will be trying to know me. And out of those who are trying to know me, out of such thousands, very few will be Manushyanam Sahasreshu, 1% out of 1,000. They will try to know about Krishna. And out of those 1,000, those who are trying to know about Krishna, one will be able to understand about Krishna. So it is not easy. It's a path which we have taken, that is not an easy path. So we should understand that the process will be very tough, and we have to be like a army man to walk on this path of devotional service. Otherwise, it is very difficult to be on the path, because it's very rare that we came to this path. And as the rarity is concerned, the path is also very tough. It's simple way, but we take it as a very hard, uh, because we are not aware of it, or we are not used to it. But when we practice on this path, we will able to understand how it is difficult. It is not easy to wake up early in the morning every day to do Mangal Arati, to do all the sadhana, to chant sitting on the one place from the morning, then to serve all the devotees, to make arrangement of all the programs and all, to read Srimad Bhagavatam every day, to read Srimad Bhagavad Gita every day, to hear about Srimad Bhagavatam Gita every day. It's not easy task. And those who are doing it, they are very rare. Krishna himself is telling. And those who are able to understand, Krishna is telling in the 7th chapter that those who are able to try to understand, out of those 1,000, only one will attain me. So the path we have chosen, that is very rare path. सब लोग नहीं आते, यहाँ पे minority ही रहेगा. We will not never be majority because मनुष्याणाम सहस्त्रेषु 1,000 में एक. So I hope you are getting it. That out of 1,001 means very minor. So we will always remain minority. Gauranga Prabhu used to say this that भक्ति में ऐसा हम बोलेंगे कि बहुत लोग आएंगे, but as Kali Yuga is progressing, it's Lord Chaitanya has given that every nagar and gram will be Lord Chaitanya's name. So it will be there. It will surely happen. But now what we are doing or what we are experiencing, material world, Kali Yuga is progressing like exponentially. Every now and then people are getting distracted. Their most important friend is their phone, cell phone. So people are getting transforming from joint family to a nuclear family, and everybody is busy with their own life with phone, but nobody wants to listen about anyone else. But here Krishna is giving that those who are knowing about me, they will only come to me. So the impersonalist and yogis attain liberation only after much trouble and many many births. Even then the liberation they achieve merging into the impersonal Brahma Jyoti. Means after many births, yogis, those who practice, they take so much tapasya, so much hatha yoga and many of the asana, yogasana, pranayam and most or 8 Ashtanga yoga paddhati. After many many births they achieve the liberation, and that liberation is also not complete. That liberation is like merging into impersonal Brahma, impersonal Brahma Jyotir. So that Jyoti is there after this world. There is one Jyoti which is the effulgence coming from the Krishna. So that is effulgence coming from the Krishna only. And those who are impersonalists, those who are not following the dharmic principles, they are like they are telling that they after liberation means what, mukti means what, going to that impersonal Brahman. But there is a chance to come back from that impersonal Brahman to this material world. But devotees will never come back. That Krishna is giving assurity because many were like Yad Gatvana Nivartante Tad Bhamam Paramam Mama. Mama Vansho Jiva Loke Jiva Bhuta Sanatana Manashashtani Indriyani Prakriti Sthani Karsiti. Sloka and Yad Gatvana Nivartante Tad Dhama Paramam Mama. After that, some sloka is there. 15th chapter. So, but the devotee simply by understanding the transcendental nature of the Lord, of the body and activities of the Lord, attains the abode of the Lord after ending this body and does not run the risk of returning to this material world. Who will take risk? Why to come to this material world again? Is it not enough suffering we have? We have so many suffering, so many problems in this material world. Our eyes are paining, our legs are paining, so many suffering. We are getting old. We are not perfect. No one is perfect. We expect everything should be perfect, but it is not like that. So many problems in this world. Why to come back? So Krishna is giving us good opportunity to go back home, back to Godhead, where from where we will not come back, and there all happiness, no distress. But devotees, those who are in the association of the devotees, they will find that same happiness in this world also. Uh, yeah. In the Brahma Samhita, it is stated that the Lord has many, many forms and incarnation. Advaitam Achyutam Anadim Ananta Rupam. Although there are many transcendental forms of the Lord, they are still one and the same Supreme Personality of Godhead. One has to understand this fact with conviction. Although it is incomprehensible to mundane scholars and empiric philosophers, as stated in Vedas, Purusha Bodhini Upanishad, Eko Devo Nitya Leelan Rakto Bhakta Vyapi Hriday Antaratma. The one supreme personality of Godhead is eternally engaged in many transcendental forms in the relationship with his unalloyed devotees. This Vedic version is confirmed in this verse of the Gita personally by the Lord. He who accepts this truth on the strength of the authority of the Vedas and on the supreme personality of Godhead, and who does not waste time in philosophical speculations, attains the highest perfectional stage of liberation. Simply by accepting this truth on faith, one can without a doubt attain liberation. Very much needed, that is faith. Shraddha Mulya Shuddha Nam Say Hate Te Vikai. See, Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda. Lord Nityananda, he is on the shore of Ganges. He has set up the shop where you will get the Harinam. And what is the charges of that Harinam? Shraddha Mulya Shuddha Nam Say Hate Te Bika means what? The faith, only the faith is the charge. Means you have to pay the price of faith. You should be faithful towards Lord Nityananda that he will give me the Shuddha Nam. So Krishna's name we are taking, the faith is very important. And what is given? Yeah. Krishna is telling personally in this shloka that simply by accepting this truth that Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead, without wasting time in philosophical discussion. No, I will do PhD in getting how Krishna is Supreme Personality. Why to waste time? We have very less time. This material world, so many things are there and so many people are there. Why to waste time in researching that? Krishna is already there, telling everything in Bhagavad-gītā. So already this authoritative statement is there, then why to waste time on doing the research that yes, why is Krishna? How is Krishna? We are thinking that way because we are not like that. Every person in this world is thinking like that only. Why I can't be supreme? But we are supreme. No, we are not supreme. We are a part of the supreme. And we should be accepting that and be happy in that we are a servant, we are a sevak. So when we are a servant, in the servant part, there is more happiness than the supreme part. So Krishna is authoritatively giving this statement. Those who are knowing about me, they will only be coming to me. Anyone who understands Lord Krishna to be the supreme, or who says unto the Lord, you are the same supreme Brahman, the personality of Godhead, is certainly liberated instantly, and consequently his entrance into the transcendental association of the Lord is guaranteed. In other words, such a faithful devotee of the Lord attains perfection, and this is confirmed by the following Vedic assertion. Tameva viditvati mrityum iti nanya pantha vidyate ayanaya. One can attain the perfect stage of liberation from birth and death simply by knowing the Lord, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and there is no other way to achieve this perfection. Shvetashvatara Upanishad 3.8. See, every Purana, every Upanishad, Gita Upanishad, Shvetashvatara Upanishad, Bhagavad Puran, many Puranas, that they are telling what Krishna is the Supreme. So we should accept now. Why to waste our time in thinking over it again? Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. I am his eternal servant. That there is no alternative means that anyone who does not understand Lord Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead is surely in the mode of ignorance, and consequently he will not attain salvation simply. So to speak, by licking the outer surface of the bottle of honey, or by interpreting the Bhagavad-gītā according to mundane scholarship, such empiric philosophers may assume very important roles in this material world, but they are not necessarily eligible for liberation. Such puffed up mundane scholars have to wait for the causeless mercy of the devotee of the Lord. Krishna is coming as a devotee in this Kali Yuga in the form of Lord Chaitanya, Lord Gauranga, and giving that mercy. So unless one who is not faithful towards Lord activities and Lord's pastime, he has to get the mercy of a devotee. So once we get the devotee's mercy, unless we take the mercy from the Nityananda, we will not able to take the lotus feet of the Gauranga to our heart. So one should therefore cultivate Krishna consciousness with faith and knowledge. It should be with faith and knowledge. Knowledge should be there. Knowledge we should accept from the bona fide path, and from the bona fide books only, not the mundane scholars which we are writing so many mundane things, so many uh, philosophical books they are writing, but there is no any authoritative, because whatever we are reading from Srila Prabhupada's books, that is coming from the disciplic succession. If you want, you can open your Bhagavad-gītā, and on the page number 27 to 30, somewhere disciplic succession is given. In that disciplic succession, we are getting this knowledge. So that knowledge is as it is. And it is given by selflessly given by the Srila Prabhupada. And never he has any selfish doubt, selfish agenda over it. So all the knowledge which we are reading from the Srimad Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavad Gita, we are learning from it, that is given selflessly by His Divine Grace, Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. And our Dadu has given everything to us so that we should understand Krishna. Because Krishna is only telling we should understand Krishna about Him, and then only we can go back home, back to God. So on this day, we will pray to the Lordships that we will able to understand about Lord, and we will able to glorify the Lord in our life so much, so that we will once in this life only we will go back home, back to God, so that we will never come back. So much heat is there. In Bangalore there is no much heat, but here in the Mumbai it's so much hot. It's, and it's sometimes it feels like, oh, bus now, no, we have to go back home, back to God. So it's nice experience we all have, and thank you very much for giving me a chance to understand and to remember me myself, that yes, this is not the good place to be settled. We should go back home, back to Godhead as immediately as possible. We have to be very practical, and we have to be very authoritative based on the statements of Krishna. We should understand more about Krishna, then only we will go back home, back to God. So thank you very much, all the devotees. Sorry for extending 4 minutes. Hare Krishna. We'll stop
Hare
here
Krishna,
now.
Dandavat Pranam
Dandavat
Prabhuji.
Pranam.
Hare Krishna to all devotees.